Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Welcome back to another episode of Everything Under the Sky. I'm your host, Lamb, here with my favorite peeps. Young Uriah's here.
What up?
Bruno Wax is here.
Yo, you have like 40 different characters already.
Doppelgangers. You got the most doppelgangers.
It's crazy. I've always been like the man of many looks. Ever since like middle school, bro. I had this teacher, and like at the beginning, I used to like come with different hairstyles. I always had long hair, so I like come with like 2 ponytails or like 1 ponytail, or one day I come with the braids. He'd be like, "Who's our new student?" Like every time I come with a new hairstyle.
What's the worst comparison you've ever got? Like, what's the worst doppelganger? Someone's told you, like, hey, you look like, and you be like, wait a minute, what? Like, low-key offensive. Once, I've gotten Eddie Murphy twice. I was like, what? Bro, I was so confused when I got Eddie Murphy. I'm like, okay, they just think all black people look alike. But when I got it the second time, that's when I was like, oh, this is so random. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say Eddie Murphy.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to think on that one.
Mine's definitely Post Malone. Someone said you look like Post Malone. I was like, what the fuck? I contemplated my whole life.
Like,
Like, should I cut my hair?
Like, I don't know if that was a compliment.
Nah, actually I got it. When it said I was a Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, that's funny.
Because I was looking back at that, so I was like, wow.
You're just not used to the Buzz, especially the souped up Buzz Lightyear.
Nah, yeah.
You seen the one with the earring and the DeAndre.
Oh, yeah. I saw all the.
I didn't see that.
The many looks of Buzz.
Actually, when I had a short haircut, they used to call me The Rock. Not that.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely the
Man.
best.
And I was like, okay,
The
yo.
Rock? You felt big? Yeah, I'm The Rock.
That's when wrestling was big, and I was definitely into The Rock.
You used to do the people's elbow and shit.
The Rock bottom.
And he was in Miami. He was big out. He was big out in Miami too.
I went to college out there, right?
Bro, you know wrestling is like
From out
big,
there.
like India. And one example is random, but it's big in India, and they like would copy what the people were saying, like with Triple H and X-Pac, and them were popular, and they used to do like this and like flip off and stuff. They said they do that in India, but they didn't know English, so they didn't know what they were saying, but they would like still copy what they were saying, and they were just like copy everything that they
They
were
thought
saying.
that was just like, what up, homie? That's my team, man. That was an era right there.
That shit was hilarious.
Who was that? The whole game.
Generation X.
Generation X.
yeah.
They were I didn't like them though because they had Triple H after a while.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, they turned into the bad guys. That's what's up. Alright, well, back with Eddie Murphy, The Rock, and Post Malone. Episode 41 of your favorite weekly wrap up. How are you guys doing this week? How are you guys? Getting to the end of the year.
I mean, I've been pretty good, man. I've been busy. I went to a basketball game, saw Eternals.
First one of the season or no?
Yeah, that is my first one of the
Okay.
season, yep. And then I already got tickets to the Knicks game with Trav.
When is it?
February 8th, I want to
Okay,
say.
see, I already looking.
Yeah.
This fool tried to hit me. He came over. He tried to hit me with the. You want to bet? You know the about to play the Lakers. It's like, man, we don't got nobody right now. We want to play against Westbrook. It's so hard watching Westbrook play every night, bro. Like he's on Shaq and a Fool every night. He does
All
so
these
much
turnovers.
good things, but then
Yeah.
he does so many bad things. It's like, oh, Westbrook, come on. But you know, bro, Carmelo Anthony
Balling.
is looking like the old Carmelo.
Balling.
Who would have thought he's the best player on our team?
Bro.
Minus LeBron.
That LeBron effect.
He's the best scorer for sure right now.
He got
Oh.
the potential.
Best shooter.
Shooter,
This fool's
for sure.
shot has been. He's been saving.
He's shooting like above 50% from 3, bro. That's crazy.
They said it's Steph Curry and then Melo is number 2, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it was Melo, Steph Curry.
Or maybe somebody's number 1 and Melo's number 2. Somebody told me that the other
Okay,
day.
okay.
But I don't know if it was a fact or not. They were just like, yeah, Melo's number. He was him. He was like Melo's number 2. But he's around like 50%. I
That's
don't know.
crazy.
Balling. We played tonight too.
Hey, ever since he said that Steph Curry was gonna take a step back.
He's been on fire.
This was Steph has been going crazy.
15.
On that same night or the next night.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
Bro, not only Steph, why are the Warriors this good?
They're a great team. It's because they have great coaching, they have a system, they have something to build around. And honestly, Jordan Poole.
No, bro, you said the LeBron effect. That Steph Curry effect is kind of weird
Exactly.
too. They got Gary Payton the third out here.
Duncan.
Bro, Gary Payton the third? I didn't even know there was a second Gary Payton.
That's crazy.
They were like, what are they, 7-2, 6-2 last time I seen them?
No, they're 9-1. The Warriors? They're 9-1. I'm pretty sure they're 9-1.
Are they contenders or pretenders?
As of right now, I'm gonna say they're contenders. Well, one, you got Steph on your team. Like,
So that always gives you a
you're
shot.
always in the game. If he could go off for 50, just at any point, just off shooting, I mean, he could bring you to a championship. And if they're playing defense, because they're number one in defense, I think it's like, it goes Warriors, Nuggets, I don't know who number 3 is, but I had to throw the Nuggets in for the Nuggets, you know what I'm saying? But
No, yeah, I was gonna ask. And they're missing Wiseman and Clay.
exactly, they're missing a lot of people, and they're playing great without him right now. And Jordan Poole playing well.
So yeah, hopefully Clay doesn't mess up the young guards' time.
I would be curious what they do. I wonder if they like.
Go small though. They
Or
can
if
put
they-
Clay at the 3 because it's not like Clay doesn't
Yeah.
play defense.
But then there's Andrew Wiggins. Does he move the bench? Does you know what I mean? Like, how is all this gonna work out? You know, or does Jordan Poole move to the bench and become the 6th man? Like, how is this?
Definitely Poole, but
Yeah.
like there's a lot of them guards down there that be playing.
Mhm.
So I'm interested to see whose time is gonna get offended or affected.
But yeah, they're 9-1. Just a little.
You went to the Nuggets game. How are the Nuggets looking? How are they looking in person? Speaking of WWE and
Yeah,
wrestling,
looking like the new
Generation X.
Jokic is a goon, bro.
Jokic was Rikishi out there.
he won all the
Bro, that fool, was it Markeith Morris?
Yeah.
His neck.
Yeah. What were people saying? Is that you were there, right?
Yeah,
What were people
Bro, why didn't Morris look dead though?
Bro, people were like, he's faking, good fake job, and all this
Yeah.
other stuff. But then they started bringing out the stretcher. I don't know if they
So that's
started
when shit got real?
And they were like, oh dang, this fool might be messed up. But he didn't need it.
Yeah.
So then,
So what's
but I
that?
didn't
It's like,
see.
okay.
I kind of missed it too, and they weren't showing the replay.
Okay.
So I got on Twitter, and I knew everybody was gonna be talking about it, and Rob Perez had it, and I was showing the people around me what it looked like, and you definitely see like
His
him,
head.
I didn't see him try and get up and then fall again, and then that's when I was like, all right, he might be kind of
You know
faking.
what's
Yeah.
crazy? That's that home court advantage with the replays and stuff.
Yeah, they didn't show it.
They won't.
They
Whenever
protected.
like it's a potential penalty on the home team, they won't show replays.
They did not show it. They're like, oh, because people were like, dang, it looks bad. He rammed his spine and all that. Like, once they started bringing the stretcher out, people were like, damn, they're not going to show
I
it.
mean, it wasn't. I mean, Jokic is big, and he was mad. He did put some force into it.
Yeah, what he-
And Morris was like defenseless, at like loose body, you know. So it might have hurt. His neck might be hurt.
Oh, it hurt.
I just don't like
7
that.
foot, 300 pounds, it definitely hurt.
I don't like that they're trying to pick Jokic as a bad person. And this could be
Did
biased.
you turn it into the villain?
Well, not, but I'm just really thinking too, like,
Or like-
if that was me, I would have probably had the same reaction. Because if you watch the foul by Morris,
Are
it
they
wasn't.
painting him as a dirty player?
Yeah, they're trying to. They're like this violent attacker. Oh, he waited till he turned his shoulder. Like, nah, it was literally instant. There was no time. Like, it wasn't like he waited for him. It was like all instant.
No,
You know
that's
what I
the
mean? Like,
only thing
like,
is
yeah,
they
like-
said it was behind his back. But I was watching TNT, and you know Shaq and Chuck
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah.
He said, hey, don't hit me and turn your back. He said,
I know,
"Don't-"
that's what it reminded me of.
He said, don't hit me and just turn your back, because I'm coming. They showed Shaq swinging at Brad Miller.
Yeah.
And then Chuck was fighting. They're big men, so they're used to getting cheap shotted and these little things that they try and do to just add an advantage or think you're soft. And they were like, nah, you can't hit me and expect me not to come at you. And showing that replay, Marcus Morris, not only did he rib check him, he took his knee out too.
And he hit him hard though. But you gotta remember, okay, so
And the game
Jokic.
was over.
Jokic is 285 pounds, okay? And he came into him and he still moved Jokic. You
Yeah.
could tell he hit into him.
And it's
He
the
hit him
Morris
hard.
brothers.
Yeah,
You
like
know, this is the first game.
Exactly.
he's done that.
He hit him hard. But I mean, I don't think Jokic should have reacted that way. I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. But I'm also thinking like as a human and being in the heat of the moment and having like
Right.
cheap shot after cheap shot, because Jokic kind of be getting fouled a lot and don't get calls.
That's the
yeah.
Shaq.
Yeah.
So Shaq knew exactly how it felt. Like, you
Yeah.
can't hit me all game and then deliberately hit me and expect me to not be mad. But 1 game suspension from Jokic, is that sound normal? Sound good?
I was scared there was gonna be more. When I first watched it, I was like,
Yeah, me too. But
did he
then
get 5?
they showed. Do you remember when Patrick Beverly pushed Chris
Yeah,
Paul?
which was
back?
worse. Yeah.
They said that was a 1 game suspension.
Yeah.
So they were like, "There's no way Jokic is gonna get more than a 1 game."
Yeah.
But when I was at the game, I was thinking 2 to 5 games.
But I was surprised how many people were kind of like, because even Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless,
Yeah.
like they were on his side. I was like, damn, there's a lot
Bro,
of
you
people.
can't hit me and expect me to not to get mad.
Exactly, and I'm
Like,
like,
don't like sneak me and then expect me to just like, because you know Morris is like, he's too sneaky.
but what do you
man.
do in that moment if you're really pissed off in the heat of the moment? Are you gonna be like, hold on, stop, turn towards me so I
Exactly.
can do
Turn
something?
around
Like,
and
you're
then
gonna,
punch him.
yeah, like what? Excuse me, can you turn around real quick? I want to push you. Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. So, I mean, honestly, Jokic is our leader. So I personally liked it because I'm like, you gotta set the tone for us. We're gonna follow the tone you set, and he's showing like, hey, don't fuck with us, cause
Exactly, and you think I'm soft if you want to.
exactly.
He's building that toughness and
And what's crazy, he's on pace to have the highest player efficiency ever if he keeps playing the way he is.
he's been balling.
Yeah.
Since we're here in sports, Odell is a free agent. Where do we think Odell is going to land up? He didn't get claimed on waivers, which means they don't have to inherit his contract, which is good. So any team is more likely to sign him. But this morning it came out that he is interested in these 3 teams. It's that the Packers, Patty Mahomes, KC, and New Orleans, where he's from.
Don't go to New Orleans. That's like the
And he
one.
went to LSU, so that's why
I
New
was
Orleans.
like, when New Orleans was on the list, I was like, why New Orleans?
That makes sense though. I'm hoping he doesn't go there. I would love to see him in Green Bay. That's where I would want to see him at. I think that'd be dope. Aaron Rodgers, and don't get me wrong, I think like Kansas City would be crazy too. But
True.
Aaron Rodgers and him with
He's smart. He's like, I'm one of the best quarterbacks. But then that's what I was like, all right, so he only wants to sign a 1 year. He
Yeah.
wants to just show everybody he can still ball and then bank on this year. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be gone. Like, I don't
Right.
think he's going to be there long term, so I don't know why he would want to sign in Green Bay long term without Aaron Rodgers.
why not finish the year out?
No, true.
Yeah,
So maybe he's
on
like,
bang.
win a ring, go out with a bang. They're only missing a number 2. I seen how they were last year. Literally all they needed was an extra slot.
That's what, I was going to say Brett Favre.
But Kansas
Aaron
City is
Rodgers, he's
kind
been
of,
crying for a receiver.
oh yeah.
So, there you go. Boom.
KC is kind of crowded, I feel like.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
that too. KC's crowded. Tampa's crowded. Just all the things I was thinking that he would like to go to, but he didn't even think of Tampa because
But
they
he
are
would
crowded.
just-
Tampa, Seattle, people were talking about might want him.
But Russell Wilson's a broken finger. He's probably like, I don't know about you.
Nah, these
Like,
Russ posted a video.
no, but
where
they
he
got.
ready.
I said that too, but they got Tyler Lockett and Metcalf. That's nice. Where's Odell gonna fit in with that? He wants touches.
True.
Green Bay feels it seems like the perfect fit because they got Devontae Adams and
Lazard,
you know,
Lazard.
so it'll be Devontae Adams, Odell,
Yes.
boom,
And it will open
2
it so
touchdowns apiece each game.
Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams have been balling out. Imagine if they got someone to open things up. Like that's
Didn't
gonna,
Tommy just get hurt too?
yeah, he did. He tore his ACL. Yeah,
So yeah, they could use some more playmakers.
they. I think it would be dope. I think that would keep
That'd
Green
be a
Bay
fun
in like
team.
a tension.
Aaron Jones in the slot, AJ Dillon in the backfield.
Anti-vax Rodgers in the back.
Yeah.
Odell. They asked Tampa Bay coach Bruce Arians if they wanted Odell.
He said, "All right, got an A, B."
Yeah, he said that's just too many letters, man.
Acronym.
It's just too many letters. Ending us out with sports though, I think Forbes, or I forgot who posted this, but the highest paid athletes of all time this was just dropped this week. Michael Jordan came out as number 1, I think with $2 billion, and this is lifetime earnings, so not only just contracts played during your tenure, but also like endorsements, other things. Michael Jordan makes it number 1. Shout out to MJ. Miguel Jordan, the tequila killer. Who do you guys think was number 2 though?
LeBron James.
Soccer player.
Oh, baseball player.
Probably Ronaldo.
He was he was in top 10.
Okay.
Soccer player, I think the highest soccer player was Jeter at like
Baseball.
golf.
Tiger Woods.
Number 2 was Tiger Woods.
Ah.
and then followed by Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus.
All golf.
So it was the top 4. So number 1, Michael Jordan with 2.6 billion. And this is with inflation. So like that's why Jack Nicklaus I think is so high. And Arnold Palmer, because they made a lot of their money in the past. But if you boost the inflation, it gives you a little bit more. There was a nice chart that shows with the inflation.
Wow, Floyd is up there.
Of course.
Yeah, he's a billionaire.
That's dope.
Number 3, Arnold Palmer. 4, Jack Nicklaus. 5, Ronaldo, soccer player. 6, Floyd with 1.2 billion. 7, Bron James, 1.1.
He's on his way.
Yeah,
Another soccer player.
yeah. Other notable folks: Phil Mickelson, golf,
Ooh,
number 11.
Schumacher.
The first tennis player,
Schumacher.
Federer, at number 10.
Schumacher. Oh, Schumacher. I'm tripping.
David Beckham at number 12, 1.05. Shaq and Kobe. Kobe's 13, Shaq 14. Right under that $1 billion mark. That's crazy. Shaq's almost at that $1 billion. Tyson at 16. A-Rod 17. Pacquiao 18.
Okay, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, Kevin
Durant.
KD 19. Probably one of the youngest people on there. De La Hoya 23. We got a NASCAR person at 22.
Jeff Gordon.
24 Peyton.
Jeff
Peyton, P-E-Y.
Derek Jeter.
And then Jeff Jeter 25. So
Peyton.
I thought that was interesting.
You heard about the Peyton curse? The Peyton Eli
The
curse?
Monday Manning
Every time
curse.
that goes on there, they lose the
Oh.
following game.
Have y'all
Josh
watched that?
Allen literally lost to the
Yeah.
Jags after
They're
going
pretty good.
down.
They're pretty funny, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
You can tell they got that brotherly.
Yeah. But you could tell, like, remember their commercials were always pretty funny. Like they just kind of have that vibe from.
What's funny is there's a young one. I think it's their oldest brother's son.
Yeah, Archie
Quarterback.
man. Archie
Like-
Jr.
Or something like that, yeah, named after their dad.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be real nice.
Yeah, I keep seeing his high school highlights all over the place.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be a freshman next year in college. So,
Okay.
By
Do you
time-
know where he's committed to?
I don't remember.
Archie Jr., huh?
Yeah, but he could. They say he got wheels. He's like Peyton
Yeah,
with wheels.
That's what I see a lot of stuff on it, bro. I'm like, damn, this little.
Peyton with
A
Will.
young Lamar Jackson, a white Lamar Jackson. All right, let's
Man,
go.
what was his name? What was Indiana's old quarterback? Why am I drawing a blank?
Indiana.
The Colts.
Luck.
Yeah, he's like maybe like a luck kind of ran, I guess.
No, I thought he was. Luck was awkward though. I heard he's like
Yeah.
Archie's like Lamar Jackson.
Like I'm out here.
Like, yeah, Kyler Murray.
Spring
type.
4-2.
But he's tall too, so I heard he's good.
Like a Josh Allen.
Yeah. That's
This
what
fool
I'm
lost to the Jags.
Oh, we got Josh Allen. That's a good one. I forget.
I was looking on time
We got 5 minutes.
for sure. Is freaking Leo DiCaprio the new Mr. Steel girl? Did you guys see this at all?
I did. This is hilarious, but I want to know like the context. Did like Jeff Bezos just follow behind, or maybe he?
Wait,
Yeah.
I don't think they left with each other.
Look, well,
'Cause
why are they?
I
I don't
didn't
think
look
they're
that
leaving.
deep into
No, I don't think they're
it.
leaving
That's
together.
like, wait.
No, I feel like maybe they went to go get a drink or something, or I don't know. Maybe they're all going together, but like
It's
it just
gonna look
looks
so-
awkward because she follows behind like,
No,
oh,
it's that gay.
and then-
It's just
And then
that
like,
look.
he said, hold on.
look at that look.
You
You
Exactly.
know that look. She's like, wow, this is Leo. This is really. I would give Leo this look. Come on, Jeff Bezos can't even look at me now. He's like, man, this is Leo right now.
He said, fuck.
But the
Wait, so is that Jeff Bezos' girl?
his
Yeah.
girlfriend, yeah.
Ain't no more.
And the running theme is no matter how much money you got, your girl will always be choosing. That's what everybody keeps saying. Like no matter how much money you got, you can't make you keep your girl.
For real, it's Khalil's like, watch him take your girl. I don't care how much money you got.
But not only did
That's funny.
like Barstool take that from somewhere, but it made some traction, and Jeff Bezos retweeted it and played in on it. That's what I was like, is that even his girl? First of all, she's fine. Shout out Jeff Bezos. I mean, what else would you expect?
I'm like, he's got money, bro. He good.
But then he retweeted on Twitter. He was like, Leo, come over here. I want to show you something. And it's like him on a steep cliff. So it's cool. He's playing along with it.
What it?
He knows
Leo say?
it's Leo, man. He can't.
Oh, yeah, reply.
I don't know. And he's gonna say sorry. Here she goes again. Here, take her back. He probably just texted him. Like, come on, man. You know it's not even like that. I wonder what Leo's been up to. I wonder what he's been working on. I feel like he's been kind of quiet, no?
Yeah, he hasn't really dropped some in a minute, huh?
That's my guy. Is he the best white actor of all time?
Oh, that's tough.
I'm gonna go on record and say
Tom Hanks is up there.
Leo's number one.
Who else is up there?
Tom Hardy. I really like Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Brad Pitt, maybe?
I like some Brad
Yeah,
Pitt.
Brad
I was gonna
Pitt.
say some Matt
Tom
Damon.
Hardy.
Matt Damon's pretty good.
Yeah, Brad Pitt. Not Damon. Tom Hardy.
You know who that is?
Yeah.
Tom Hardy has some good movies.
That's who Tom Hardy's a monster.
Yeah, I'm like,
This nigga played Bang, bro. Y'all don't know if you seen
Oh,
Bang.
my bad. I thought you were somebody else.
I was like, you know who Tom Hardy is? This nigga's a monster. I did just start watching Venom, and I kind of turned it off. I also started watching Candyman, turned that off.
why?
Wasn't feeling it. It wasn't getting my interest. I just wasn't grasping. I was like, I could be watching something else right now. Have you seen Venom 2?
No.
I didn't even finish Venom 1, to be honest, but Venom 2 has with the nose, Owen Wilson 2, he's Carnage. I'm like, come on, what is
No,
going
I thought
on?
it was the dude from White Man Can't Jump.
Oh yeah, not Owen Wilson. What's the
what is he?
it's the
Kinda look
blind
alike.
guy? Yeah, no, yeah, it's not Owen Wilson.
What is it? Woody what?
Woody Harrelson.
Harrelson.
Yeah, you're
They
totally
kinda
right.
look alike.
They do.
I think he looked like an older version of Owen Wilson.
He just
Yeah. My mistake. I tend to get white folks. Woody Harrelson. Yeah, that's even worse. That he's Carnage. I'm like, how is he Carnage? And the story just starts off so. I don't know. Maybe I need to finish Venom 1. Maybe that's what it is. But I didn't like it so far. There's a few things that happened over the week. Lil Boosie got ran up on by his offender.
I do not act as my niece. And bitch, I'll beat you up. Talk shit now. Talk shit now. Whatever the fuck you is, you got. I don't need a boost when you talk about me and my friends, my nieces. My nieces, and I do not act as my niece. And bitch, I'll beat you up. Talk shit now. Talk shit now. Whatever the fuck you is, you got. Bitch, the fuck. Come on, bitch, I ain't no steroid. No, bitch, fuck you. Ain't no ball in the hell out. Come on. You got nothing cost $8, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Fat head, bitch. Whatever. Bitch, you got to get low.
So for those that don't know what's going on, it says Lil Nas X supporter confronts Boosie. And the bigger story here is Boosie, Lil Nas X and Boosie and the LGBT community have been having some back and forth. Boosie and Lil Nas X have been having some back and forth. And clearly it looks like somebody ran up on him. But people are saying, is this real or is this staged?
Lil Nas X sent his goons.
No,
Because I know where Lil Boosie
or is
be
the
at.
LGBTs really out here like big stepping? Because they said Boosie was like on a movie set or something.
Talk about me and my friends, my niece. Why be a boost when you talk? Why be a boost when you talk about me and my friends, my nieces? My nieces, and I do not act as my niece. And bitch, I'll beat you up. Talk shit now. Talk shit now. Whatever the fuck you is, you got. Bitch, the fuck. Come on, bitch, I ain't no steroid. No, bitch, fuck you. Ain't no ball in the hell out. You got nothing cost $8, bitch.
What if he just smacked Boosie, bro?
Fat head, bitch, whatever.
That was hella
Bitch, you
close
got
to
to
this.
get
He looked big, like he'll slam that nigga.
Talk about
But he didn't look like he was about it though, because Boosie even stepped. His
Yeah, he likes that.
But look how close his hand is to Boosie's face.
So you saying he'll step him? He confronted
Nah,
him.
if he was gonna do it, he would have done it.
Yeah.
He didn't step.
That's how people think it's fake. People think it's the clout.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like Boosie doing it. Brick walk.
Yeah, they said he staged it.
Uh,
You can't put nothing past these Hollywood niggas, man.
For real. Anything for a bag.
Yeah, I don't know. It could have been staged, but I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't either. So
So I'm saying they might be stepping. Boosie gotta watch his back. Who would have thought?
His son was like, come on.
We talked last week. They said the baby was good. They ain't say nothing about Lil Boosie. They didn't say nothing about no Lil Boosie. So I thought that was interesting. I think the biggest news over the weekend though was the Kanye interview with Nori. Shout out to Noriega. Kanye comes out of nowhere, and this was his first interview. He said he doesn't be doing interviews at all, but this is his first interview since Donda dropped. Like, he dropped a huge ass album this year. So it was good to at least hear him talk about like the album and the process. The funniest thing is he was like, you know, it's weird because like when you name your album Donda, and he was like, it's named after your mother, but it's like, it's not really, when people say they don't like the album, it's not like they don't like the mom, they just say they don't like the album. And he was like, yeah, some young kids were saying like CLB or Donda, and this one dude came on and said, fuck Donda. He was like, bro, that's my mom.
He was like, you see?
But it was dope to at least hear him talk about like the process and where Kanye's at right now. Did y'all have a chance to check out that Kanye West Drink Champs interview?
I watched.
Best interview ever.
They're saying it's the best interview of the last 10 years at least.
I mean, it was a very good interview. I watched half of it, but I saw most of the highlighted clips all over everywhere as
It's
well.
been everywhere. It's been dope
Yeah.
to see like the trickle down effect. Everybody's gonna respond.
It was a long interview.
It's 2 hours.
Yeah.
But it cut off so abruptly.
I think it's 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 2:25.
Yeah.
And they were just getting into QuickTime or Slime, and they aren't like, when it ends, they're like still drinking. They're not like, all right, see y'all later. And I was like, all right, this must have like took a crazy turn for them to just stop it right here. But they're dropping a part 2 tomorrow, this week. They're gonna drop it late. It comes out on Revolt at 10 on YouTube a little bit later. But there is a part 2, and I wonder how long that one's gonna be. But if he's giving it up like this and this one,
Has to be at
What's
least
gonna
an
happen
hour.
after they keep drinking? And
bro, he said he's worth $9 billion. Kanye dropped a lot of gems in this. I don't know if y'all seen them all or were paying attention. I wanted to watch it twice and I haven't made my way to it, but Kanye was talking about a lot of stuff. He let us know who his peers are. He said, no, these are my peers. These are the rooms that I'm in. Like, this is what's going on. Him talking about his hair and the process
Yeah.
was dope.
That was interesting.
That was
yeah, that was interesting.
dope,
Yeah.
bro. Now I'm like, now I get it now. Just like, he was like, it's like a process, and to see it grow back, and when you start cutting more patches in it, and he was like, it kind of gets layered, and he was like, it's dope because it's like my hair is developing, and it's like, that's basically what Donda was doing with the opening listening sessions. He was developing the album, people would come in and finish it, but it was like, he was letting people into the whole process as it develops. And he was like, that's always how I've been. He's like, my thoughts. And it's like, it's dope because it's literally the closest thing to my head. But he was like, that's kind of how my brain works. It's just like my brain process, basically. And then Nori went and did the same thing to his hair.
Nuh-uh. That's funny. What the heck?
He cut it though. But that's what he was saying. It was like, so many people are going to start doing this just because he was like, you Kanye. What were some of the main things y'all took away from the interview? Or some things that stood out at least?
What did he say?
Well, just kind of some of the stuff we touched based on, I think, a little bit prior was just like him going versus Drake, what he thought about that, if he had a versus.
Yeah, what y'all think about if him versus Drake, 20 on 20, who wins that versus?
For me, I'm gonna say Kanye. I think he'll come out, and I would enjoy Kanye more. But I don't know. There's a lot of people that really like Drake. Like Drake has a really big fan base. So
yeah, so first he said there's only 2 people you could battle against. And he was like, you know who that could be? He was like, I know, Drake. He said, who else?
He
and
said
he said
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, I didn't even think about that. And he was like, would you do it? He said, nah.
Yeah.
He
Nah, that's
said-
my boss.
He said, yeah, that's my boss. But he was like, Drake, he was like, he would do it. I think one of the dopest things that puts Kanye in perspective and that wraps Kanye up is he was like, not only can I like go at Drake and battle him, like even if Kanye's not number 1, there's no question that he can compete with Drake on that highest level. But then he can also compete with Virgil making clothes at the highest level. He can also
And he mentions that, doesn't
yeah,
he?
that's what he's saying. And he also can make beats and
That's why he's like, I need like
at the
5
highest
people, 4
level.
people.
That's what was crazy. Like Kanye is really this whole encompassing thing, and as loved as Kanye is, I feel like he's still so undervalued. I feel like once Kanye is gone, like Lord forbid, we're gonna really miss what we had. Like as crazy and as off the wall he is, I feel like we always need that person that's gonna be the extremist to give people room to live in here. And Kanye even talks about that too. He was like, I love the originators, the people who have made space for other people. And he was like, what did he say? He was like, Travis Scott or Kid Cudi? Did y'all see that one?
Mm-mm.
And he said, he's like, I love the originators, bro. He said, Travis is just a combination of Kid Cudi, Rocky, and me. And he's like, basically, I just love the originators. He said, once he's getting older and he's focused on other things, but then you get people like Tyler coming out and making better videos than him. You get J. Cole doing better backpacking swag than him. You got Drake, better bars or whatever, or better video, or you got Drake better streaming more. You got ASAP dressing better than him. So I love to see him give credit to so many different people. He said, you got Kendrick, better bars. He was like, I can't focus on that as much because I'm doing other stuff. He was like, but when I came back with Donda, everybody had to listen. He was like, Drake, we made Drake push his summer back. He said Drake moved his release date. He said, that's a fact. I'm like, that's true. When Kanye step outside, people are gonna open up, no matter slavery is a choice, no matter he's wear the red hat, no matter he politic with Trump. When Kanye moves, people are gonna listen, whether they like it or not, and it's so interesting.
Well, his perspective on life is just different. Definitely, yeah. His thoughts are just, he's thinking so many different things at once. And what's crazy too is Kanye's always been the type of person to speak something into existence. Like, a lot of the stuff he's doing now, he talked about a decade ago.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And he's just talking about these are the spaces that he lives in. Like, he's been around so many people and he's lived so many lives. And
Oh yeah, he said his house is his backpack.
yeah, like he's been on some nomad stuff.
I just got a new house.
Yeah. They're like, a house? You mean a backpack? He's like, yeah, a backpack.
So my home, that's Nori. He's like, we named our daughter after you, Nori. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
I don't know.
Nobody knew that except him and Nori.
Yeah.
And Kim.
And then 2 things. When he said Big Sean, he's like, he's gonna be my tombstone. He was like, oh, give some love to that. He was like, he was the worst mistake, the worst thing I did.
That was when
Nori was like, oh yeah, give it up.
That was
give it
when
up.
the
He's like,
Kenny
no, I
started
said
kicking in.
worst.
That was just right when the Kenny started
See,
kicking
I
in.
saw
Nori was
something
like,
about that,
oh,
but I
he
didn't
said
watch
the
that.
worst. Oh.
He said, oh, I love this. He said, I love this. He asked him, it was like Kanye had so much stuff he wanted to get off his chest. I'm all putting in my brain. Off his chest. And like Nori hit at everything he wanted to diss. He was like, oh, I love this. He was like, as soon as the Democrats gave Big Sean and John Legend a little bit of money, they turned their back on me. He's like, I changed their life, bro. He's like, I know their mom. Nori was like, wait. He's like, you gave them new parents? He said, no. He said, no. Like, he just changed their lives. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I was about to say, that's some rich shit right there.
He's hilarious. hilarious.
Nori is the funniest. But I think one thing that's so interesting, you said two things, I don't know if
You want me to say, oh, when he was talking about Kim, he's just like
Oh,
giving
that's
us
my
that
wife?
perspective. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
my wife. Like, we're not divorced.
Yeah.
But we see the other side that they're portraying in the media, Saturday Night Live, like, oh, she's dating Pete Davis. We talked about
No,
it.
well, he
Last
talked
episode.
about that. He was like,
Yeah.
it's better for the publicists. It's better for their shows.
Right,
it's better
exactly.
for. He was
Yeah.
like, they just want the drama. He was like, he's like, I hate her publicists.
Exactly.
He was like, it's out now.
And the nanny.
He's like, cause they in there. He's at the end of the day, that's my family. He's like, I get it. He said, I ain't signed no paperwork. We ain't seen no paperwork. So I felt that.
Yeah, I'm curious if he's gonna keep going with that for part 2.
But I think that's interesting is Kanye could have sat down with anybody and he went.
He said, "This is my family. I called y'all. Like, I knew I could call y'all up and get what I need to do, get off my chest."
Right. You could tell he was comfortable there.
Yeah.
He got him to smoke. He said, you know what, you my Joe
Biggs was
Rogan.
there.
Biggs, yeah. I didn't know, I guess Nori's managed by Biggs.
Yeah, his name's always on the
Yeah, I
credits.
seen that after this one. I'm like, oh, what the? But Biggs manages Maul too. Like, this is such a small world. Yeah, it's dope. Drink Champs, man, it's such a dope concept.
They about to do numbers, part 1 and 2.
And he said, get lifted.
He said, "My bad." John Lennon's voice. I don't know why. After he shit on,
Bro, he said they just give them a little bit of.
they shit on people, but then say I love them.
I get him, no, like a couple of things.
Like Soulja Boy, y'all said he shit
Right.
on Soulja Boy. It was like,
He said we
Y'all
just
heard
need
the bar- the
rules.
verse?
We just need rules. He said it's a rule book. He said when I come at Drake, I'm not dissing him. I'm just like tuning up the violin a little bit. He was like, there's no OGs in this. He said we need somebody to sit down with the community and like really like establish rules to this. He was like, because it's like he kept. I love his comparisons. He was comparing it to a professional like sport. He was like, it's like boxing. It's like basketball. And he was like, I love the people who come in and add to this thing. So he was like Allen Iverson came in and added the crossover. Now everybody's kind of doing more crossovers. Gary Payton came in and added the hand check in. Kobe came in, well, he's like Jordan. And Jordan came in with the fadeaway. He was like Steph Curry. He's like, I love the people who add to the game, similar to like a Tyler, like an ASAP. And he was like, when I come at these people, it's like, it's not that I hate them. It's like, we just competing. And that's when he brought up, he's like, I just bit his ear. He was like,
that's what I did. I bit his ear.
he said Lennox Lewis is like elbowing him and like doing all these cheap
Yeah.
shots and the ref don't see it. And he's like, that's Drake. He said Drake will DM every woman in your family and around you and he'll spin your block and he's like, he'll do random things subliminally. He's like, I'm direct. I'll put everybody on a text message. And he was like, the dopest thing I said on that text message was I'm worth more than everybody on this text message right now. And Nori was like, wait, what was that? But that's some, and then he was like, Jay-Z was on it, Travis
Damn.
Scott, Kim. He said, wait, Jay-Z didn't have nothing to do with it. He was like, no, he did. I guess Jay-Z was on sicko mode. And he was like, Jay-Z didn't know that they had a beef before. So I guess Jay-Z took his verse off.
Damn, that would have been crazy.
But it's confirmed that Drake is talking about Kanye all through that. Travis and Kanye kind of have a tight connection, and that's why Kanye was like, yeah, that's like he's like, I put them all on a text. He was like, I don't know if y'all are being funny or y'all playing games, but like, this is my life. He said the worst thing is I would have to listen to that at birthday parties. I would take my kids to birthday parties and I would have to hear this guy in my life. He said, welcome to Calabasas. He's just giving an insight to his life.
For real. Damn, that's crazy that he dissed him. Travis Scott didn't know he was dissing Kanye.
He had to, bro. He said checks over stripes. That's what I like.
Exactly.
And then he lost my respect. I'm like, yeah, that's all about Kanye. And then Kanye just confirmed it. And he was like, so when I like come at these people, when I like diss somebody, I'm not really dissing them. He's like, I'm just biting his ear a little bit. He's like, this is just the professional sport of rap. He said, none of this is like, we all a community. We all like I love these fools. I love them all. He's like, when I say stuff about John Legend, he said, we all know this about John Legend. He said, we all know he a sellout. We all know when somebody call and give him some money, he gonna show up. He's like, but I love them. He's like, they all play an important part. And now I guess Big Sean wanna go on Drink Champs. You got Just Blaze coming out talking about Kanye was reaching about a double album. He came at Talib Kweli. I didn't even know Talib dissed him. That's the thing too, is Kanye pays attention. That's what made me realize too. As much as we think Kanye is like out, nah, he is paying attention. He was bringing up, Drink Champs interviews. He's like, yeah, I seen you was talking to him about this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
He was drinking all the little whiskeys.
He started with Henny, and Nori was like, I got this Japanese one. He said, oh yeah, let me get some of that.
He wasn't getting the games. He was drinking when he shouldn't have been drinking.
yeah.
He was like, oh yeah, that's a
I
shot.
was like, no, that's not a shot. No. He said, no, that's a shot.
He just drunk it anyway. Like Kanye, it was dope to see him be personable. It was dope to see Kanye be Kanye.
Especially because we don't see that.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. When he's gone, we're gonna miss him. As crazy as he is, we need that. It's like Young Thug. I think he brought up Young Thug. He said Future, one of the most important artists of the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, you need that extreme leftist because once they like just make a, nobody's gonna be as left as the Red Hat. So now you got all these other people in between. So even if we don't vote for Kanye, maybe it's another rapper coming out like, okay, well Kanye kind of got some buzz. Chance is actually a doper Kanye. It just makes it more realistic. Now we got Young Thug wearing dresses. Now we got Lil Uzi in skirts and blouses. Like it just gives space to more things. You need that leftist, and I think
You
Kanye
need
does that.
diversity in thoughts, though. You don't want everyone to think the same way.
Also true.
Yeah.
And that's
kind of what you're saying.
That's what Fat Joe was saying. He was like, I get Kanye. Kanye is just somebody who wants to be free. He just wants everybody to know that he can't be controlled, and he wants people to know that he is gonna be him. And it's like, it's not so much that he agrees with that, but he's like, he wants people to know that I can do whatever I want. And he even brought that up on the interview. He said, oh, y'all didn't think I was gonna get canceled. He said, yeah, y'all gonna cancel me.
Y'all didn't think I was going to try to get killed on the internet.
He didn't even say nothing that was totally bad though. And Joe Budden was like, it sucks they got into the game. And it's dope because there's a part 2, but he was just giving it up about life. Like he was just giving it up about so much life, jewels and stuff. And even when he was talking about the abortion and the Planned Parenthood just being in the certain spots and him trying to do these community centers and like Kanye's thinking in the future, bro. Him being worth $9 billion and he said, yeah, don't you got 200 acres? He said 1,200 acres actually, but. And him like not being a slave to the house and like he was just on so much futuristic thoughts and like I said, everything.
That's what they want you to do. They want you to get the house.
It's just that thought of
They want you to
security.
settle down.
It's just that thought of security. Like he's so free. He wants people to know like you don't need anything to be
Whatever you want.
happy, right? You could literally do whatever you want. They said you were staying at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. He was like it was like a jail. He was like except I could leave and go whenever I wanted.
Yeah.
Man, there's one more thing I was about to say for that. But I'm definitely tuning in to this part 2. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch the full
I'm about to finish it.
whole
I'm about
thing.
to watch it on the
2
way home.
hours. Yeah, I was about to say just get some work done, reply to some emails.
Well, that's what I started doing. Yeah, but there's just so much. There's so much to watch, man. There's so much.
When was the Travis Scott? When did the interview drop? Was it before or after the Travis Scott concert?
It was right before.
Right before?
'Cause
Then
it
the Travis
dropped-
Scott concert happened?
It was this weekend, yeah.
I was just saying, because Travis Scott and Drake were like buddy
Right,
that night.
I
was
seen
like,
that too.
Were they
You know,
purposely
that-
buddy?
And that's when I was like, oh, they're doing this
interview?
on purpose, bro.
Yeah. This when Drake was hella drunk, bro.
Because you texted
And
me.
then they did an after party though. Drake threw an after party at Dave and Buster's, and Travis Scott was there with him. So they partied like all night.
I remember I told you on Twitter they were gonna alert me.
Yeah.
They alerted me, but
That's
I was like,
why. That's why I texted you like that. I was like, oh, this is kind of hot.
yeah, they alerted me. I forgot about it, and then you texted me. I'm like, thank you, because I forgot, and I got on that as soon as Drake came out,
Okay.
and I didn't know if
That was
like,
the last one, right?
yeah, I didn't know if Travis was going before that or after that. Like, did you see his full set?
But that was the last set. He was going before that.
So when you texted me is when you started watching it, probably.
Mhm.
Okay.
It was just Travis Scott by himself. He had just started finished the song, and it was like an intermission. So the DJ was like going on, and I was like, damn, this shit sounds live.
Nah, yeah. And
But I was just driving and I just heard the sound, and I was like, is there a visual for this? And he told me, and I was like, there was a different link that you could get on Apple. And I started watching. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
As soon as you text me, I just got on Apple. And first thing I seen, it was right there. Clicked it. Drake comes out.
damn. It was hella random though, because I just opened my Apple Music and it started playing that right away. I was like, okay, what is this? And I was like, is this live? And I started looking. I was like, oh, this is what Lamar was talking about.
The Astro Fest.
So I just kept listening. But yeah, it was crazy that Apple just started playing that shit right away.
Yeah, but they were definitely buddy, and I think it was because Kanye dissed Travis like right before that. He
Like,
called him
okay,
a,
okay.
he called him a ASAP Rocky lookalike, and he don't like that. Travis doesn't.
Didn't they fall out when he was dating Amber Rose?
Who?
Him and Travis Scott.
Kanye
He was
and
dating-
Travis?
He was dating.
Kanye. Huh?
He dated Amber Rose. Travis Scott.
No, Kanye.
Oh.
Nah, but I feel like he was his protege when he was dating Amber Rose.
Right, and I feel like when him and Amber Rose broke up, it was something about Amber Rose was hanging out with Travis Scott and going to all his concerts and stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised. It is Amber Rose.
So I think they fell out then and never been the same.
Nah, they got a song together recently.
Well, music's music.
Yeah,
I mean, business is business, you know.
but they're family. They're literally
Well, yeah.
family.
I mean, yeah, it's probably just rumors. They probably doesn't fuck with each other, but she was probably just trying to make him mad or something.
With what?
Amber Rose. I was just talking
Oh
about the
yeah,
situation.
yeah. But no, I think they were definitely like cool. That's why Kanye was like, I'm putting them all on the text because I don't know what's going on. He was like, welcome to Calabasas. Or
Everyone is just be
you
turning
go
on
to, you
everyone.
go to dinner and then you get a diss song right about you. And that's why Jay-Z was like, just take my verse off. Y'all don't want no petty stuff. Speaking of Astroworld Fest, though, I'm pretty sure that was after because the interview came out on Thursday or Friday. It came out Thursday night.
I thought it was Friday.
It was like midnight. Because I remember it was Thursday night. And Astroworld Fest, whatever you want to call it, was Friday, Saturday. But Travis came out Friday. So they didn't even make it to Saturday. Like they canceled the whole Saturday thing. I didn't even think too much about it though. It looked lit on the iTunes though. It definitely looked lit. Drake was out there. Like, it looked lit. They played. Drake had his whole set too. Like not only did they perform together, Drake had some stuff too.
Yeah, he was playing his stuff. Drunk, off key, off note, bro. Sing, bro, before the music. I'm like, bro, what is happening?
He was having a great time. Bro.
He's like, he was I just love y'all, man. I got y'all tatted on me.
Exactly. Let's say he said, just, y'all like my second home. You know Drake is,
Yeah.
you know he's a Houston native at the second.
I think that's where his dad stayed.
Mm-hmm.
And he got a bunch of family.
That's how he got into working with Jay Prince too, though, because you know them mob ties. He's like affiliated with them. But yeah, Drake came out and then Travis Scott ended it. I thought nothing out of it. Went to sleep. There was like I woke up in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Got an alert, 8 dead at Astrofest. I was like, wait, is this real? It said like 50 plus, maybe 100 injured, more developing. So honestly, when it said more developing, I thought there was going to be more people dead or more deaths confirmed. And then you start seeing like all these random videos of like popping up of people like fainting and passing out. But if you've been to a festival or even concerts sometimes, but people pass out there often. Like it's just a lot of standing, dehydration, like whatever it is. Like people, it happens at festivals. So sometimes you just like, oh, it's this festival. Like let me help them out. Hey, get them. But with this festival, it looked a little different. There were so many people there. And you know, when we went to Rolling Loud House, they'll have like layers, they'll have VIP here, you can only go so far, it's like blocked off. People was pulling Uriahs, clearly, and they was breaking through the barriers. First of all, so there was like way more people in VIP than needed. But not only in VIP, I heard people were like sneaking into the whole venue in general. Like, so not only did people sneak into VIP, people who didn't have tickets were still sneaking into the festival.
Right, and it's Houston. There's so many
Because
people.
I heard there was an estimate of 200,000 people.
That's
there,
what
and it was
the
supposed to be 50,000.
Police marshal or whatever was saying.
200,000.
He said
Yeah.
based off the math and the evaluations, he said we
But
could,
how do you know that?
right. He said it could easily be 200 plus.
But it did. I don't know if you guys were seeing the videos and pictures and stuff. It looked packed
It
as
looked
fucking. I've
packed.
never been that packed in a concert. I'd have probably been a little like. Thankfully, I'm taller, but people that are short, they're probably really
Well,
suffering.
imagine-
There was
Remember-
kids there too. That's the
Exactly.
thing. We're grown. We work out, so we,
Yeah.
hey, watch out. Hey,
Yeah, a lot of
we
them
be
were younger.
pushing people.
Yeah,
like, hey,
But
watch out.
imagine,
Yeah.
remember when we went to the last one we went to, and then
It was
the
tough.
fake pop gunshots and
It was
people
tough.
was running. It's
Yeah.
all people getting stand like.
Bro,
ran
I
over,
almost.
bro.
This will save me, bro.
Trample, yeah. So it's just a tough situation, and prayers to the people involved.
That's way too many people.
Sending healing energy, but it was just way too many people. And people know if you go to a Travis Scott concert, he's gonna make it crazy.
So I'm gonna ask. Sorry, you can play that.
And this is just like one of the clips, one of the scenes of people breaking into it.
I was gonna ask who's responsible because I keep seeing a lot of people coming at Travis saying he's the one responsible.
Saying he didn't stop it.
Yeah.
I've heard the stories about blaming Travis Scott just because he was like maybe trying to say he was.
Man, people have been
See,
shouting
they
right
got,
here.
that's what they need. They lack of security. So whoever hires security, they didn't have enough security to handle situations. They should already have like crowd control in place for situations like
That's
this.
already
Like this is not the
200
first time. They're on horses. Like what kind of security?
This is a 2-minute video, so people keep coming the whole 2 minutes.
I ain't gonna lie.
They
if I was
said
at my-
2,000 people rushed through. 2,000.
Look, they breaking the metal
Look, he
protectors.
just pushing people. Like you just might as well give up.
Look, he's trying.
Like you catch one person,
He's
one
trying.
second, bro.
No, there's no way.
Look, she just walked by casually.
Like, who do you choose? If you get caught, you're just like a loser.
Like in this situation, I would blame security, but then you have to blame who hired security, but then you have to blame who hired that person to hire security. So it's like, I see how it reaches Travis Scott because he's putting on a concert.
Because it's his festival at the end of the day.
Yeah, his name.
It's the Travis Scott
So you have to
Astro
blame
World
him.
Fest.
So when they're suing, because there's 18 lawsuits, they're suing Travis Scott.
But like you said, for one, he hired the venue hires security to be able to handle the capacity. So who is underhired? But that's a bigger conversation because it's understaffed globally right now.
Right.
So maybe they didn't have enough people.
So then you could blame Travis Scott for going on with the concert.
Or Joe Biden.
I'm gonna take a different approach.
Because we need more people working.
No, I was talking to somebody today, like, how can we fix that?
I don't
People
know.
don't
This-
want to go to work.
we can't go back.
Like, you
Robots.
can't force people to go to work when they're making money on crypto, DoorDash,
Uber.
you know, when they don't have to go and do these
You mean I can
warehouse
make
jobs.
money, without listening to this
Truck
prick of a
jobs.
boss,
You
this
know what I'm saying?
douchebag
And
reporting?
plus they're sending us checks to just sit on our butt to learn this crypto. Like, they literally gave us free money to learn crypto, if you were into that, you know? And a lot of people, this new generation, a lot of them got into crypto and
Right.
they made a lot of money, especially in the meme coins. That these old heads can't even fathom, so now we're catching up to them, you know?
I'm gonna put blame on the crowd, the people, because like we have been to concerts. When there's someone passed out there, someone's gonna come and help.
Yeah.
You're not gonna keep walking over a person, stepping on a person, let a person just sit down there. So I think also,
Well then, can you blame Travis Scott too then for continuing to perform and not recognize how
well, if
the
you're
crowd
saying
is?
Drake was drunk, I'm sure Travis was drunk. Imagine if you're performing, you see it.
So you gotta be professional.
Thousands
not
and
get drunk while
thousands.
you perform.
But that's the
But even
unfair
if beyond
thing.
that, if there's thousands of people, how are you really gonna hear like every little thing that's going on. Of course, these people with phones are hearing chants in the moment right
from
there.
their perspective,
Yeah,
but
they-
on stage.
They said people were climbing on the cameraman, and the cameraman just kept filming, like as people
That's
are
a
hanging on to
cameraman.
them.
Yeah, that's
I'm just
not
saying.
Travis.
No, I'm just saying like how they would just kept the concert going, like nobody was stopping anything for no reason, like rage.
situation.
Yeah, and I just say that to say like, at what point who is gonna take responsibility to stop whatever situation is going on? And I agree with you more because the crowd is firsthand; they see what's going on, so it should be crowd etiquette. I don't know, concert etiquette. You know, you should know how to treat people around you. You know, even if you mosh pit, there's a nice way to mosh pit. Like I was talking to this guy that used to go to like rock concerts all the time, and that's what they were known for is mosh pits. You
No,
know?
they started it. Yeah.
And they would like literally stop, like even if a female was getting groped, the artist would literally stop, like, hey, kick that guy out. You know, they would like, or the crowd would like, you know, they would just like, they knew how to act at concerts, the crowd.
True,
You
but
know,
when there's
so-
200,000 people,
Like,
it's easy to see how stuff gets lost.
and we've been scooped, like locked up. I was surprised to see a concert that big, bro. I was surprised. I was
They
like,
were on
wow.
top of each other. I'm like, man, we talk about COVID and stuff. That's Jesus.
And even the people who
Great,
didn't
yeah.
die or pass away, or there's people in critical condition, they said even people who were having a good time were still squished and could barely breathe.
It looked that way.
Yeah, I would not have fun because I'm definitely not.
But
that
I-
person. I
like-
love to be close, but at a certain extent, like I don't want to be like suffocated in the middle, bro. I'd rather watch from afar than that's crazy. That's too many people. That's
I
crazy.
get how, because it's Travis's festival, his name's kind of on it. I get why he's getting so much scrutiny put towards him.
Mhm.
But I would be like, yo, the crowd, like, regardless if there's 200,000 people in there or not, however many people, like, it's still crowd etiquette, like you said, in my personal opinion. If someone's down, help them out. Like,
I agree.
we've kind of lost that sense of like community a lot. I feel like in this modern day and age where people don't really look at it as like we're still people, man. Help each other out.
Bro, there's even what do you call it? The article that came out that people were pricking people with drugs.
Yeah, I heard that too. I was like, that's crazy.
But even like the fire marshal or the police marshal said it in his report. He was like, there's also a report of someone going around and pricking people with narcotic. So there's just there's probably like there's probably homeless people and like just random drug addicts there. Like, oh, there's a concert, everybody's jumping in.
I saw something. How do y'all feel about this? Travis Scott won't perform ever again.
I don't think ever, but it has to be traumatic. He canceled his day in Vegas, and that's what I was thinking of too. I was like, dang, the day in Vegas is next week. I don't know how he's gonna recoup. And a couple of days later, he canceled that. He canceled day 2. Drake, we said Drake was out there. It has to be traumatic for Drake too. He had to influence that a little bit, and even he issued a statement. And Travis is trying to pay for funerals and pay for this. He's issuing everybody a refund for the whole concert.
Yeah, they were trying to bash. I brought up the after party. They were trying to bash him. Like, they didn't even care. They went to the after party. But
He probably didn't even know.
No, yeah, they had no idea.
People can't live.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll just set that to say they
No,
don't
yeah.
just take any little thing. But yeah, they had no idea, bro.
That's the only unfair I think. That's the only unfair thing I think is people are trying to blame Travis. And I think he is, because he has a name for being a rager, he like promotes that culture of like going all out and raging, which is okay. But like I sincerely don't think he knew when he was up there that people were trampling to death.
Right.
Like you said,
Nobody wants that.
Because he would have stopped it.
Nobody wants that.
most rappers nowadays are rock stars,
Yeah.
man. So they think that's just a part
He
of the
thought it was
vibe.
lit, yeah.
He probably just thought everything was going smooth.
Yeah,
I
even
don't
if you see someone
doubt that.
climbing on the cameraman, you're like, oh shit.
That's
yeah.
we've been to plenty of festivals.
Yeah.
People are in the trees, bro.
Yeah.
No,
They're
yeah.
like, get down, you can't get down. We were up on the fence, like, so he's probably like, I don't know what he's saying, but I have to keep this steady for Rolling Loud or I'm
Yeah.
gonna get fired.
I can't get fired. They're gonna,
Right.
regardless of what's going on, they're gonna ask me why is this not following Travis Scott?
Or the lights. You know how Travis gets when his lights are off or his production is off. And Kylie came out with a statement too. Like, it's just traumatic all around.
Well, and how this doesn't happen? You know what I mean? So how would it? He's probably been going to so many concerts and stuff like this has never happened, where you have multiple reports of deaths and different things like this. And I really
It just
doubt
seemed
he
like
had
there was
any
just-
clue.
There was just too many people, bro.
Way too
And
many
there's capacity, for reason.
Yeah.
Marshals put
But-
those laws in place
For
for
a
a reason, not to shit on nobody, but like, oh,
For
you
safety.
messing up my numbers.
But definitely condolences to all the families that are like affected by this for sure though.
Sad situation.
It's crazy to imagine.
Prayers to the folks out in Houston. It's just tough too. Little kids, you can't send your little kids to concerts by themselves.
Honestly, I was looking at that. It made me question if I ever want to even go to a festival like that again. I'm like, do I even want to do
Bro,
it
after the one we went to, I'm good. Like,
True. That was pretty.
good.
That felt
I
real
didn't even get
too.
to enjoy the rest of that night, bro.
Or the
the
rest of
second
the-
night,
the rest of the
I'm just
festival.
looking behind me the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking, I'm like, not trying to get close into the crowd. We were like off to the side. We'd never be on the side. We were like off to the side, doing our little
in the
mosh
back.
pits.
Yeah, so hopefully this helps promote more safety moving forward. I've already seen a few concerts happen and people have been like, oh wait, slow down, calm down. Or people say IDK came out and was like, gave rules of how to act at his festival before. He was like, look to your left, look to your right, basically building that community. He said,
Yeah.
this is your brother, this is your sister. Look out for one another. If
Exactly.
someone says they need help, tell them like it's a
That's crazy
community.
because that just started off with that simple statement will change the crowd, you know?
But it's really just having respect for a human life. Like that's
Yeah,
all
but
it
sometimes you
comes
just
down
gotta remind people.
to. Yeah, true.
It's just as simple as that. Just,
And like you were saying, people
Like,
are all
hey, be
locked
nice.
up. I'm sure people could lose sense of reality and
no,
stuff like
exactly,
that.
just get in the rage mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is IDK though.
Because when I heard the news, I was really devastated because I thought about my fans, I thought about the people that come to just have a good time. You see what I'm saying? And something unfortunate like that happened. Listen, as we sit here today and we have fun and we do our little mosh pits and shit, please be mindful of the people around you. Listen, we in this place together as a family, we got each other's backs, right? Hey, turn to the person to your left. Say, I got your back. Turn to the person to your right. Say, I got your back. We good? Oh, people that lost it.
That's dope though. I think that's especially right after that happens at a concert. I think it's good to give a warning. But hopefully it brings awareness to just, it's really people out of control. It's power in the numbers. We always know that, right? One person can't control that, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, we seen the security guards
He was trying,
I
bro.
don't know. He was trying to hit stick people.
It's definitely gonna be a learning lesson, and a
It
lot
has
of
to be.
eyes saw this. It was on CNBC. I was watching CNBC,
Oh,
and
yeah,
they were like the
Houston.
Astro World.
Hopefully
I was
it,
like,
it
oh.
improves things moving forward.
Yeah, so they're gonna. Yeah, that people like we said, crowds are gonna act differently. Not just hearing this and just things. It's gonna be
It's gonna
okay.
make people open
Yeah.
their eyes.
You know.
I hope Travis,
Like
going
this-
back to what you said, I hope Travis, sorry to cut you off, but I do hope Travis does come back and perform, because,
Oh yeah, I hope so. He's one of the best too.
yeah.
Yeah, I always enjoy Travis Scott concerts. Even at the festivals, I always look forward to Travis Scott. So
He's always like one of the closers. I was looking at the Day in Vegas lineup, bro. Crazy. I'll pull it up here.
so did
Is it just him?
Travis just pull his slot?
Just his slot.
Okay, okay.
But Kendrick's gonna be there. So I'm still going. I'm sorry, Travis.
When does it start?
This next
What
weekend.
is he
No,
gonna?
this weekend.
What is he gonna perform?
Next weekend.
You're going?
No.
What is
Oh.
Kendrick gonna perform?
His songs?
Old songs from
I guess.
20 years ago?
Relax.
Old songs from 20
Oh,
years ago?
Throwback Thursday.
I went to a Bone Thugs and Harmony concert like 2 years ago, so
That's what Kendrick is now.
that's what people gonna get them concerts off no matter.
Oh, Kendrick ain't at that point already, is he?
People gonna make that money.
Damn. Better drop some shit. Surprisingly, and perform that shit there.
It's gonna be lit.
He gonna drop some shit. I'm saying it now.
It's either this weekend or next weekend, so at least a single, right? Something.
Nah, he gonna drop.
I hope he just drops a lot on this
Even,
weekend.
yeah, even now they're doing the little EP shits nowadays. Drop something like that. Drop a little pack, get us something. You gotta drop something new for him to perform. He can't perform his old shit. What's he gonna bring out? Well, what if he is what's his name on? What's his name? Baby King. Is he on the lineup?
How he comes and performs the songs with him?
Yeah, he probably just bring Baby Keem and just perform with him.
Like some new shit.
Not just Baby Keem song that he's featured with.
The new song. So you like the new songs?
Yeah.
Is
I don't know
what
if he's gonna debut anything. If he does, he needs to drop that shit, bro. Come on, Kendrick, drop. Talk that shit into existence.
You guys want to get into the Kyle Rittenhouse situation? Kyle Rittenhouse.
Is that the kid?
Yeah, the guy who was in Minnesota, drove to Wisconsin during the protests, killed 2 people and wounded another. I'm not sure if he's been in jail since, but it says Kyle Rittenhouse faces charges of homicide and other offenses. He took the stand Wednesday to testify about August 2020 shooting that killed 2 people as well as injured 1. Rittenhouse was 17 at the time of the shooting, and he shot 3 men while carrying an AR-15 style semi-automatic rifle during the protest. And I think there was some video of either the altercation right before, but he was definitely like on some tough.
No, he was instigating.
Yeah, he was definitely on some antagonizing thing.
Well, he had to be. He came all the way from somewhere else, allegedly to secure something, right?
Allegedly.
And that's why he came here. That's why he had his rifle. But he came from a whole other state.
To secure something? Is that what he said?
Or to be security for a place, to guard an establishment or something like that.
I know he was saying, well, when it first happened, he was like, he was going to help the police.
But I don't doubt it. I mean, he's 17. Clear. I don't know, man.
Yeah, they show footage of him talking to the police.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure the police didn't care either. Well, another thing too is he was 17 and he had a rifle. He had an AR.
Like, yeah, is that legal?
I don't believe that is. I don't even think it's legal to take your gun from
Cross
that.
state lines,
Exactly.
first of all. So, he has to get off
This
something.
was crying.
Bro, but this is the only thing I've been seeing all day is him and his crying act. And I've seen, the sentiment is that, we've seen this happen before, but the sentiment is that he might get off scot-free, slap on the wrist. Whether it's because he's white, he's a minor, self-defense is what he's claiming.
I'm sure it's both those reasons. Because he's
Oh.
white and a minor.
Yeah, but he's been saying that he's been given the impression that he's just like this,
Innocent person.
like innocent, impressionable kid. Like
Yeah.
he's like so innocent.
Well, that crying act was horrible. Like, in my personal opinion, like I didn't believe it 1 second. I'm like,
He's
there's
crying
no
on the
way.
stand.
There's no way that was a real cry.
I didn't see no tears really.
Or whatever you want to call it. It was no way that was real. Like, that wasn't a real reaction. It just seemed so fake. It was too expressive. Like, in my opinion, like, it just felt like he was overdoing it. And I wouldn't be surprised because of what you said, him being a young white male. I definitely wouldn't be surprised if he gets away. And we've seen it happen before, like you said.
I just think it's wild for somebody to cross state lines with the AR-15, go to a hostile territory, and this even be like a conversation.
Well, and I hope he does get something. This kid needs to learn
He
a
needs
lesson.
to go to jail for sure.
Yeah, like, he needs to learn something from this. You can't just go around, you can't spread a message that you could go around and be like, oh, well, I'm claiming to protect something and shoot someone and take 2 lives and not have something happen. Like, that's...
For me, it's all about intention. He knew what he was doing when he got that gun and went to that protest.
For sure.
I just
That's just asking for trouble. You know what I mean? Like, you're going there with that energy, you're looking for that. He was looking for it. Like, and it came, and it's crazy.
I wonder how soon what's it called? The ending will come out and they'll show like what he's been charged for. Like, will that happen now, or is this just
No,
kind of?
I mean, this is just the trial's just getting started, right?
I don't know. It just ran across my. I haven't really been paying too much attention, but it did just cross my timeline. But still, I thought they do that and then the jury comes out like right after, right? Or is he gonna go to jail for a while and then he might open back up?
Well, and going back, I think he was, but I'm pretty sure he got out on bond too. That's the other thing too. So I think it's also the fact that he's a minor always kind of plays a part. It's always gonna play a part. So I don't know.
Yeah. But we've also seen 15, 16, 16 to 17-year-olds be charged as adult in certain
sure.
circumstances. So don't move
The needle,
Yeah. Don't move
Keep
the
it
finish line
consistent.
out. Keep it consistent. But definitely had to touch on that. Interesting to see in real time.
Yeah, it says you gotta be 18 to carry a gun
See, that's crazy.
in Wisconsin specifically. So he broke that law. You could carry it across state lines, but he already broke the law. He's not supposed to have a gun in the first place.
Okay.
What about
You could get
Minnesota?
permits to carry guns.
What about Minnesota? Because he crossed from Minnesota to.
Yeah, I'm reading an article about this.
Hmm.
And it says that you could have a permit to cross both ways. So going from Minnesota to wherever this was, and then
Wisconsin.
going
But
back.
can you be 17 in Minnesota, or do you have to be 18 in Minnesota and Wisconsin? Or
For
just-
AR,
that's what I'm saying. It's an AR-15. What the?
yeah, this one just talks about Wisconsin.
Bro, he's 17.
If you're bringing an AR, you're planning on taking some people out, man. That's
You know what I was doing at 17? Not taking ARs across state lines, that's for sure.
It's weird though, cause like it makes me wonder if he did like. It's such a fine line, cause I grew up around weapons, and I believe in bearing arms, and I
Yeah.
believe in knowing how to use that.
Part of the Constitution.
Yeah,
So-
for sure.
The gun was in Wisconsin to begin with. He got it from a friend in Wisconsin.
Ah,
It was his friend's gun.
okay.
So the gun was never transported. He just took the gun and went outside. He probably
See, so I
just-
wonder how much he grew up around guns, and that really makes me wonder. Because I think the more educated you are, you're not gonna, you know, this toy is
If you
is
shoot,
is
you shoot to kill. And you don't
exactly
play with
like.
that.
He probably didn't know what he was doing. He was like, "Oh, you got an AR, yeah."
Let's go out there. Let's go out there, dude.
Yeah, his friend was probably there too.
Exactly. He just didn't have the
The
cojones.
guts. Yeah.
I remember rest in
Young
peace,
kids, bro.
Jacob Blake, but I remember when this happened during 2020, and that's when the boycotts happened with the NBA, with Milwaukee and Orlando, and then it like spread to like all the teams or all the sports. People were like taking knees and stuff. I'm like, oh, this is really, and this was like right after George Floyd and like all these other protests. So it was like we just literally come from outside protesting the whole summer, and then they're still shooting people in the back. So like, we still got way more work to do. Let's wait in house.
Well, and still do clearly with Kyle Rittenhouse. If it's looking like he's gonna get off of it, we still got a lot of work to do.
It was just crazy because I kept seeing the judge be like the way his tone was. They kept saying he was coddling him. He kept offering him breaks and so much sympathy for a murderer. I've never seen that.
How old is the judge? Was he old?
I don't know.
Probably most judges are hella old.
Most judges are.
I hate the court system. Yeah, well, you got any brighter or lighter news?
No, actually. But yeah, we can get into the day in Vegas lineup real quick on the. Actually, no. It was a much
I
better
saw Baby King.
boss. It was like a much better. It showed like the times and when everybody was coming out.
It's not all big.
Yeah, I don't know. It was on Instagram. I'll find it. Big music week though. The Queen of Toxic returns. The Queen of Toxic returns. And she's back on her bullshit and she's still over it. And let me tell you, I can tell. Our queen. Bro, honestly, also Lil Durk is MVP. We gonna have a yearly wrap-up show here soon, but Lil Durk has to be on that MVP list nomination at least, right?
Is he on the Mount Rushmore?
Definitely not.
He didn't make it yet?
I can see him on the MVP because he's been everywhere. He's just all over the place, and it's crazy too because we're starting to find out more about him. Like he really works. Like he's just
Yeah.
out there working a
Yeah.
lot, man.
Yeah, he deserves all the grace he's to getting. Music. Did you guys have a chance to listen to music this week?
Some. I've listened to the Summer Walker. I've only ran through it once, and I couldn't tell you what was the name of each song because it was kind of just like playing in the background while I was working.
Did you listen to your girl? Did you hear your girl bumping it?
Yeah, she was bumping it.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Watch your back, man. Watch your back. Well, I'm just saying. Look
Y'all ever seen that meme of the girl slapping the husband out of sleep? He's sleep. They said this is the girls after they listen to Summer Walker.
For real.
He's sleeping and she slaps him.
She gonna start demanding more dates now. Our queen Summer Walker dropped an album, Still Over It. Her second follow-up album to her debut album, Over It. And 20 songs, a few interludes. I listened to it a lot of times, and I gotta say, Summer she one of them ones, man. Summer, Mount Rushmore. Talk about Mark. She's on the young R&B divas list. You have to put Summer up there. This is a great, complete album. She's working with people she has an interlude from Cardi. She got the City Girls on here. She has a feature from SZA, Ari Lennox. She has a song with Pharrell and the Neptunes. She has a song with Omarion. It's good to see Omarion step outside. Lil Durk is outside. She has an interlude from Sierra. Apparently everybody wants the Sierra prayer. I don't know what's going on, but everybody wanted Russell Wilson. That's who you're gonna be next if you keep growing your hair out. You're just gonna keep going through phases. Damn. Everybody wanted Russell Waxon, huh?
I've been hearing like the women talking about the Sierra prayer. I was like, what is the Sierra prayer? And I was listening to this and I was like, oh, this is the Sierra. This is it, huh?
It's kind of been a Twitter thing before, just like what did Sierra say to find Russell Wilson, or how did she get these blessings? So it's kind of just been like a thing, and then she finally came out, narrated what she did to manifest her present lifestyle.
That's a great prayer, though.
It worked for her clearly, because Russell Wilson is not going. He looks whipped. I'm not gonna lie. He looked like he is in love, and every piece of his heart is in love. They both look happy. So clearly it worked. Summer is in a new relationship too. Every time I hear this album, though, it just reminds me of London on the track. After every song, I just hear, "We got London on the track." For those that don't know, that's her baby father, and who a lot of the inspiration stems from. She names drops him even a couple times. Brings up his mother, brings up Young Thug. With the whole baby mamas. Apparently she's London's fourth baby mama also. You should have known that was a red flag when it happened. But this is a great album. I love the vibes. I told you before I was worried when the single came out. I always skip that one still, but Summer doesn't miss, man. She just makes good music. And I don't know if it's from her to her team to who she works with. I was a little worried because London is so great of a producer, and I know for her first album he did produce a lot of that, but he also facilitated a lot of those features. So I was like, is it still gonna be there? Is it still gonna hit? But she was kind of lit before London though, and that's why London wanted to work with her. And I brought up her team before, that LVRN. I guess she was working with Sean Garrett also to write a lot of these. For those of you who don't know, Sean Garrett is a legend. He had the verses with, I think, The Dream, so you can hear a little bit more of his discography, but he's worked with Beyonce, Chris Brown, a lot of the legends. Sean Garrett is a legend. So I think Summer really just has a great team around her. A lot of the women songstress and women in the industry mess with her too. I love that it's real women heavy. Except Lil Durk. Lil Durk just comes in. Yeah, he just comes in randomly and sprinkles some. But even if the Pharrell, there's no Pharrell verse.
Yeah, it was more private.
He's a little bit on that right there. He's a little bit on the hook, but it's all Summer. Summer females, and then you got Toxic. Ooh. Dirk is fire, bro. His transition from where he used to be to now, ever since he got that education from Young Thug on that computer, bro. He hasn't looked back. I think we talked about this too, but they asked Young Thug what they were looking at on the computer. Did y'all see?
No, I didn't see that. What did he say?
He said Young Thug, or he said Lil Durk told me to never tell nobody. He said he told me to never say what we was looking at. He said, so I'm never gonna tell. He said not publicly anyway. And so I guess it'll always be a mystery. But that's definitely one of the best pictures of the past 25th century.
It's a meme everywhere, bro.
But Summer Walker is still over it. Honestly, I'm not sure where this ranks in her discography, but it's high. It is a really good album after the first week. I definitely see you listening to this into the sunset with my fake broken heart. Shout out to Summer. Key Glock dropped a follow-up. Everybody's dropping some follow-ups to their old stuff. Key Glock dropped a follow-up to his Yellow Tape 1, Yellow Tape 2, clearly. How many songs? 20 songs.
Shit was long, bro.
Yeah,
I haven't finished the whole thing.
I haven't made it all the way through. I'm not gonna lie, I only made it to like track number 6.
It sounded like Key
I was
Glock.
about to say, it sound like some Key Glock.
Yeah.
How y'all feel
Definitely
about
sound
the
like
Yellow Tape 2 mixtape album?
number one was got my attention right
Oh,
away.
yeah, he
For
came
sure.
out.
I started
Yeah.
bumping that. I got in the car on the way to work.
Honestly,
Put that on. I was like,
like the first
okay.
4 songs are pretty good to me in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I like the whole thing.
Yeah, but I haven't finished the whole thing. But it sounded like Key Glock, like
Sound like Yellow Tape 1.
exactly.
You
And-
know what vibes you gonna give us.
for sure. Yeah.
And honestly, he's still a little bit newer. He's still figuring out the kinks, but he kind of reminds me of early Moneybagg Yo. How he
See that? That's a good.
he was rapping. He made good songs. Had good art. He was rapping. Had good verses. Just didn't really know how to like have that diversity or connect with that song making yet. And I feel like he's still like getting better. We've seen how Moneybagg was able to evolve and where he is now. And I think Key Glock can have that same trajectory.
Well, I also think it's really just like working on your craft, doing everything consistently, really taking it as a job. Like what we found out about a lot of these artists when they really start to blossom is when they realize like I need to work on my craft. I need to do this every day. I need to treat
Take it
this like a
serious.
job. Like go to the studio every day. You know what I mean? Like you don't have a 9 to 5, but work a 9 to 5. You know what I mean? Like and that. So I think that's where he's starting to get at, is especially that whole Memphis group, that whole vibe out there with Young Dolph and stuff. Like
You do. A lot of people that say Memphis is the hottest city right now for music.
they're just, I think they're figuring it out.
Yeah.
That group of people, they're figuring it out because you see
Dolph,
like
Shiesty,
yeah,
Moneybagg, Yo Gotti. Like there's a lot of money being made in Memphis right now.
they're figuring the game out.
It's dope to see. And Memphis has been around. Don't get me wrong. There's always, I think 3 6 Mafia is Memphis. Like there's always.
But it goes through phases. All like the cities on what's kind of on top goes through phases.
But it's just dope to see cities like, okay, now it's our time. Like, all right, when is Denver gonna get that music scene and really start
Oh,
pumping?
I always wondered that, bro.
Like, it has to be coming soon, right?
You would think.
I did have time to listen to that Reason 3-pack. Reason rapping, giving us bars like usual. It sounded like he was just, for one, it's a No More, No Less Demo 1. It sounded like it was just like a night, maybe a weekend sessions. He was in the studio with his homies. He had Isaiah pull up. They have a song called 12 a.m. in ATL, so clearly it was probably 12 a.m. in Atlanta when they were together. Like,
That sounds dope.
yeah,
That's my favorite
the
song.
So I feel like he was like just kind of get some off his chest. And Reason's definitely one of my favorite up and coming artists right now.
Low key, all 3 of those songs are fire though. But I
Yeah.
think 12 a.m. in Atlanta might be my favorite.
Got Benny the Butcher on there. I'm going to see the boy Benny on Monday. I'll report back how it is. Jameson was just here last night. I'm mad I missed that.
Damn, that'd have been a good one.
I heard it
Especially
was
because,
good.
like, I bet you he has a band with him.
Yeah,
feel
I
like
heard
does.
he was playing guitar too, some guitar.
See, that's dope.
And I'm like, I almost went just on like, I know somebody's gonna be there, I'm gonna just get it solo, but I also was kind of tired yesterday, so I was like, I'm gonna just chill. I'm like, I'm gonna get the next one, because I wasn't even listening to his new album as much.
Yeah, you
But
wouldn't
I'm
know
gonna hit
any of the
next
songs.
one. I'm hitting
But it'd be cool to like hear his new music live. I bet you'd like it better.
And it was at Marquise Theater.
Oh, that'd have been small.
intimate.
Damn.
I already knew. I think Malcolm was there, Moody.
Yeah.
My guy brother told me he was there after the fact. I'm like, bro, if you would let me know, that would be, I went if I knew you were there. Music. What other music came out? Did we talk about anime?
No,
No,
not yet.
this just came out. The anime dropped 2.5. I think this is just like a little mixtape to hold people over.
It's different. Have you listened to it?
I heard a few songs.
Why'd you yell like that?
Because it's different. It's way different.
But I
than
mean, look
what
at the
said.
cover, dude. It gives you those
I'm
vibes.
glad you
for
said
sure.
it's different because I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it. I guess I was shocked.
It's
I was
different
more shocked.
beats. Like some of his, the singles I heard are like, it's not like real hip hoppy vibes as you would think. It's like a lot of
Nah.
wacky beats.
It's like an alternative hip hop.
Yeah.
I don't know how to.
It's like he made the beats himself.
Like he was off acid. Kind of looks like this is exactly what vibes.
But you never know. I might grow. I might give it another listen. When my first listen, I was like, "This is not what I was
You turned back.
expecting." Yeah, exactly. It was different.
It is different.
shout out
I
to
listened to
him.
that on the way here. I was like,
Really?
yeah.
What you think about it?
Yeah, I thought
It's
I was like,
different,
what-
bro.
I was like, what am I listening to? I was like, is this the same person?
I didn't have a chance to listen to the whole thing. I only listened to like a few singles that he's dropped, so I don't know what vibe it's giving off. But I'm gonna definitely check it out.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't know. It's kind of like a techno vibe too. I guess. I don't know. It's
know.
just.
Yeah, the beats are different. You know, I'm a beats guy. I'm like,
Yeah, I can't feel
you gotta
it.
catch me.
If I don't feel it,
I'm like, this is all over the place. Do I gotta be on drugs? Maybe to
Maybe.
catch a different.
just be at the
Maybe.
house, give a little.
Be tripping.
It's a different wavelength that I'm missing.
My boy, Terrace Martin dropped the album.
That's a boy.
Well, not on the cover.
It's not a boy on the cover, but Terrace Martin is a boy.
Okay.
He's a musician, trumpet, if I'm not mistaken. Kills it. He's a really band eccentric. Haven't had a chance to dive too much into this, but I love Terrace Martin's vibes. He dropped an album called Drones. He has James Fauntleroy, Kendrick, Snoop, Ty Dolla $ign. They listen to that song. Just noticing he has Smino on here.
Yeah, I seen that too just now.
Didn't listen to that. Corday, Hit Boy. There's a lot of good features on here.
D Smoke,
YG, D
Leon
Smoke,
Bridges.
yep, Leon Bridges. And he's real soulful, real soulful. It's funny it says hip hop rap as the.
Yeah.
And Terrace will get a couple bars off here and there.
Yeah, but I could maybe see why they put it hip hop rap, but I don't know what it would be. I don't know what he would
Maybe like hip hop soul actually. So
Yeah, probably, yeah.
There's really no hip hop vibe, hip hop soul, hip hop R&B. They probably just seen the Kendrick and were like, rap. You know, white
And
people,
Snoop.
Yeah, white people keep it simple. Yeah, he has to be a rapper. Shout out to Terrace Martin. Definitely gonna dive into that. 2 Chainz re-released his mixtape. This is the big mixtape that got me on 2 Chainz.
For sure, yeah.
It says 2011.
Crazy.
Heavy college vibes.
Crazy. We're old. What?
10-year anniversary since 2 Chainz dropped his True Religion mixtape. Some standout songs for me were KO, Murder, I'm riding, not spending. I'm riding, not. Oh, riding, I'm getting it.
Yeah,
That's
it's mine.
I spend it.
Yeah.
Stunt. He has a couple new songs on here too.
What?
Back to back. He has one with Big Sean and with Wiz Khalifa, and they're both pretty fire.
Those are new.
Yeah, well, never released. They might have recorded them older, but they weren't
I
on
thought I was like, oh, I do remember this song.
They're not.
That's myself.
He posted on Twitter like some new heat or something.
Okay.
And that's why I was checking for him.
I was like, damn.
You're like, damn, these are vibes right here.
You're like, damn, this song was a good song.
Throwback vibes.
The first one is that's original, right? Yeah, that one's already.
No, you said the Big Sean and Wiz Khalifa, so 4 and 5?
Yeah.
Those are only two. Okay.
Yeah, they put them back to back. I used to hate the True Religion jean era too. That was such a nasty era.
Yeah, that was a weird. I don't know.
I used to just be mad that they were so expensive.
No, they were definitely really.
That's when I like first started paying rent. I was like, bro, this is my rent. I'm not buying this.
For some jeans, no thanks. That's when you got on your own too. You really start doing your own shopping and stuff. You're like, wait, they really cost this much money?
See, but during that time, I was real big on Levi's, like 501s because of Wiz. Yeah.
True, that was the 501.
Mm.
Still big as hell. I still have some big old Levi's I gotta get rid of. Because
Maybe not though, because big clothes are coming back. That's what
Nah,
I
these were wild though. Like my waistline,
Oh shit.
they got to be comfortable at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, the trend of getting mixtapes back on streaming services is a thing. I don't know if I brought this up last time, but Wale was trying to get mixtape About Nothing on streaming services too. That would be a great mixtape to go on there. And he was like, Wale was on Drink Champs right before.
I could have swore.
I love when they put the people I want to watch on Drink Champs. Sometimes they be having the random people, but Wale was like, people won't want to listen to it, right? I don't really do streams. And he was like, nah, it'll go up for sure.
He even said that was gonna be his biggest one, didn't he? He's like, this is gonna be our biggest one.
Yeah. Wait, Nori said that with the Kanye interview?
Yeah.
Yeah. But this fool Wale was like, people wouldn't want to listen to it now, would they? And he was like, yeah, you should definitely put that on there. And he was just like, it's tough to go back and get those beats, get the people who made the beats. He's like, a lot of these people who I found these beats from don't even make beats no more. He was like, I don't know how to track them down. And he was like, the good thing is Seinfeld signed off on it. He wrote a letter to NBC and was like, let him use it. So he can at least get his little excerpts, but it's hard to get these mixtapes on here because it's 10 years ago and that's like the YouTube beat era type beat. And people were just finding random beats, so it is tough to get on that wave. But it's dope 2 Chainz was able to re-release this. And that's all in the music, honestly.
Y'all know what's that Lorde? I don't even know how to say her name.
Lord? The white girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lord.
She had one song I used to like.
Yeah, she's
I gave it a
huge.
chance.
She's huge. There is another album actually, The Harder They Fall album. They just dropped a movie on Netflix, The Harder They Fall. Jay-Z was a part of it somehow. I don't know if he just executive produced or what, but it's funny because he got rid of his Instagram now, but he was on Twitter like advertising it, and even when he came on Instagram, he was only advertising this movie. But what is this guy's name? Something James. Oh, James Samuel. He's not only the director for the movie, he also is like heavy into music. And his main thing with this album is, he was like, for one, a lot of albums are losing, a lot of movies don't really have motion picture albums to go with them no more. And he was like, a lot of times now people just, with the movies, they get new songs, random songs to fit the movie. People don't really make songs that
match the movie.
and that originate from the movie. So the whole thing with these songs and the whole movie is they all go together, apparently.
Or the song was made for the movie.
Literally, it was made to fit that scene or this or that, or they got the inspiration from that scene.
Like even if it's just like 20 seconds of the song, they're giving us the full song.
Right. Or even if it's just like that scene, the 20-second scene, that's like the concept for the song, or like, or vice versa. Like, I watched the movie and they have like a verse here and then they'll cut, or like it's like the background music.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
You're like, oh, what song is that? Only a full
Exactly.
song.
I watched the movie though on Netflix, Harder They Fall. It's pretty good. They have a lot of big name people in there. Jonathan Majors is one of the main people that stands out. He was in what's that one movie, or that one show on HBO that got canceled. He was also in
Lovecraft.
Lovecraft County. Yeah, He's the main guy in Lovecraft County.
Country, it's Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft Country, and he was also the time guy.
Oh, Kane.
Yeah,
From
yeah,
Loki?
Yeah, in Loki.
Mm.
So he was like one of the main guys in that. Idris Elba's in it. Zazie Beetz is in it. Woody Harris. There's so many just
Man,
random.
there's a lot of good people.
Yeah, there's just so many random big name people.
I heard it was a good movie.
It's
What-
dope.
Yeah.
And it's a western, so they're saying they're trying to bring influence to black cowboys, because there were a lot of black cowboys around that time. But when we think of cowboys, we only think of white people and
Yeah.
and stuff. So it's just a dope piece of history, and it's not really based off a true story. Like it's all fictional, but they were like, but know that these people are like the black cowboys. This gang like really existed.
It's still historically
Right,
accurate.
right.
Yeah.
It's definitely historically accurate, but they're just saying this story probably isn't really like what happened. But it's dope. I like it. Zazie Beetz. Anything with Zazie Beetz is an easy watch for me. But Jonathan Majors is on fire right now.
He's everywhere.
He's on fire.
That Kang's about to be crazy. And
The Conqueror.
he's about to be the next big villain in all the
Yeah.
Marvel universe.
You gotta compete with Thanos. You come after Thanos, you gotta be something.
I started watching Assembly on Disney, and it shows like how they did everything, and you get to see behind the scenes of a lot of stuff.
I watched
It's
like one of them just because I'm such a Marvel nerd.
Yeah, same here. I did it last night, honestly. I was like, what is this
What is
all about?
this?
Yeah, so I watched it. It was pretty interesting though.
Yeah, Trav keeps telling me to finish What If.
Oh, Loki, yeah, no, that's just fire. I'm not gonna lie, because
I do need to finish that.
at first I didn't like it because I was like,
It's cool.
I'm like, it's not making sense. Are they all gonna be different? Like, so it's all a different story. We're watching each episode of what could have been different, what if, right? But then they kind of bring it all together, and I highly
It's like a
recommend.
mine.
Yeah.
You went and watched Eternals though. Can you give us how you felt about that without spoiling?
He has to watch it again.
I think, yeah, I want to watch it again for sure to give a.
Was it just like a lot going on?
It's like a 6 or 7 on the Marvel scale.
Okay.
It
But
wasn't.
As far as watching it again, was there just stuff you think you missed? Was it moving too fast?
Obviously, there wasn't enough action. It sounds like.
Like, yeah,
Well, it's given us another dimension of how the Marvel universe probably got created, is what I will say. There is a lot to it. It's a long ass movie.
2 hours.
Yeah, and I was a little tired, so like it just wasn't fully catching my attention. It was you kind of get another story, but maybe kind of like, I don't know who was saying it, but maybe if they had to build background stories to each one and then brought us into this story together, like kind of like Avengers, it'd have been a little different.
But because they were just giving you quick.
But they just
here-
give you here, and you find out like what the Eternals are, and then like yeah, like I don't know. I don't want to say too much. It just, to me, it wasn't. With the last phase, that last phase was
I
crazy.
was about to say, do you think
So,
you were expecting?
I think that's what it was. I was probably too hyped
Because
for
now
it.
you have to go in there with a different mindset of like,
Yeah, we're
all right, I know
restarting. Yeah.
what to expect.
Yeah, and we gotta realize like we're restarting a
Right.
whole new phase of everything.
Like,
So
Iron Man 1,
And-
Captain America 1,
exactly,
Thor 1.
exactly.
It's like, but they had to set up the timeline.
Exactly. And they got to give you a little bit of the background story and tell you why there's going to be these issues.
But if this Spider-Man is trash, let me tell you.
I don't think it will, because there's already background story to
True.
that.
This is number 3.
Yeah, and we already know Doctor Strange. We know Spider-Man.
It's just they always never do well by the Spider-Mans. I had this premonition the other day. Like, I feel like Spider-Man is so great of a comic and a series. It's hard to do
Make it
everything they want
yeah.
to do. It's too much. So then they start here and they mess up. And they're like, no, we want to do this, and then they mess up. And then like, all right, actually we got it now. It's just so much that they can do. It's tough. So hopefully they just keep it going. And we always say this: if there's anybody we put our money in, it's gonna be Marvel. So
For sure.
my money's in Disney. I don't know about y'all. I got some money in Disney. They own it.
Yeah, actually, I pay yearly. My money in Disney.
one way or another.
I'm about to get that money back though. I feel good.
Speaking of investing, I know it's kind of going off topic though, but did you guys see Robinhood had like a breach?
What?
Yeah, like people's information. They said so far they know it's only like, I think, email addresses and phone numbers or something like that. Maybe addresses and phone numbers, some sort of address. But just a heads up, if you didn't know, I'd probably reset your password. So, and they're supposed to email you too if your information was. But also at the same time, don't be opening emails from Robinhood because you never know what that could be either.
Yeah, I don't fuck with Robinhood.
Well, if some people had it, I'm just.
No, but
yeah,
you said
someone.
they could be sending you an email, but also don't open your emails.
Well, yeah, because don't open just any email too, because
Yeah,
it's like you.
Robinhood.
Yeah, just because it says
Phishing.
yeah.
From Robinhood, open this bitch.
Like make sure you read the subject before you just go open and press and shit, because what was crazy is after that happened, bro, and I did have a Robinhood account. I deactivated it, but they still have my information, right? I deactivated and got rid of my bank account, but my personal information could have been exposed, right? And it was crazy. I got like random calls and texts of random shit, and I was like,
oh, this is probably.
I was like, is this these fools, bro? They got my shit. They trying to get me.
They're probably selling that shit. Robinhood struggling. Like, we'll sell you this. We'll sell you all their emails and phone numbers. You got to call them. You know how many users we have?
They said, Scott, because I always answer and fuck with these fools. They're like, Scott? And I was like, no, this isn't Scott. And they're like, oh, well, we were just trying to find the owner for 522 Jamaica Street. I just hung up.
There was a dude that used to get mail named Scott at 522.
I'm gonna have to block that out though.
Definitely.
I just realized all we were talking about that shit. Oh, that's hilarious.
What's the zip code? Sorry.
What's the social? Have y'all been watching any other shows though? I told you before in pre-production, I started watching Venom 2, turned that off instantly. It was giving me terrible vibes. It just wasn't that good, honestly. I didn't finish the first one. It has nothing to do with Spider-Man, and Venom comes from Spider-Man. It's so
that's
random.
why I don't like it either.
So random. You can't have a Venom and Carnage without Spider-Man. It's so weird.
I thought that was weird.
I don't even want to watch it. And then I started watching Candyman 2. Not 2, but Candyman also. And it was alright. I was liking a lot of the cinematography, but it just wasn't catching my attention, and I just turned it off.
Honestly, this past week I haven't really been on. I've just been moving around too much. I haven't really been on any TV shows. I did watch the new morning show.
The newest one?
Yeah, bro, shit's crazy.
I knew it. I knew you. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk
Yeah.
more. We don't want to
We
spoil.
could wait.
We'll give it a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We can't spoil a week of, but the rule is 7 days after we giving all the spoilers. But that was really good. BMF is really good. If y'all don't watch that, y'all should watch that.
What's that on?
Stars. It's 50 Cent show.
BMF, okay.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say, there's that new anime going on Netflix. I cannot remember the name of it, but I keep hearing really good things about it. It's a new Netflix
They
series.
just bought it, or
I think that it's original, so
interesting. What were we talking about before anime? Oh, BMF. I guess Eminem is supposed to be on the next episode. 50 got him to act.
Snoop Dogg was on one, wasn't he?
Snoop was on one.
I saw that one.
I don't know if I said this on camera, but I'll be telling people Big Meech, the actor, is actually played by Big Meech's son. 50 Cent wanted his son to really play him so bad. He went and paid for him to get acting classes, and they've been working on this role for so long, and Lil Meech is killing it. He sounds just like his dad. But I guess they were supposed to take a week off this past week, and they said it was a glitch. Star said it was a glitch, but they ended up putting the episode out for 3 hours and then taking it down, and 50 was pissed. He was talking about leaving Stars. He was talking about fire who did it. You know how 50's just
Yeah.
extra.
He can blow up any situation.
But it kind of leaked, so now everybody has pictures of Eminem and all the stuff that was going on in the story. But I heard it was a good episode, so I didn't want to spoil it myself. But BMF was really good. Y'all should get into it. And it's set in Detroit, and you know Eminem's from Detroit. So
It makes sense that it comes, yeah.
He was looking like and it's like in the 80s, 90s.
Does he look like 8 Mile?
Nah, bro, he looks like a white boy Rick. Like if if you ever watched that movie, like he got on a leather jacket, a little
That's
mustache.
funny.
And I'm like, oh, this dude was in the 80s for real.
That's hilarious.
But that BMF is good. Morning show, there was another. Oh, I watched Finch. I started to watch Finch.
How was that?
Man,
Ah.
it was cool. I didn't really like the concept too much. They kind of just like threw us into it, like did no backstory. We literally called it. It's literally I Am Legend and
Castaway.
Castaway.
Yeah.
But I didn't even finish. I only got halfway through, so I don't want to ruin it too much. But it wasn't too entertaining. It made sense why it went right to Apple Limited. But the dog was nice. The dog was pretty cool.
Dogs are always good, bro. Dogs have a soft spot in my heart. That's what it is.
Any other shows or music before we get out of here?
Not for me.
Insecure. But
It's-
you know, but
Nah,
And Trav says he's like, Trav does this thing where he purposely gets behind so he can just.
I kind of like that. Yeah, no, I kind of feel that way too.
No, because I don't have nobody to talk to about it. I
Oh,
need
so you
y'all
got
to
no
watch
one right now? Okay, alright.
so I can like
Oh,
spoil it, like a morning show. Like I just want to say so much stuff right now. But Insecure's been good. I just love how they're sticking to the script. Like I've been watching the old episodes. I just love Insecure that much. But I
they're
love
not long, so
it's easy.
yeah, definitely.
It's digestible.
These aren't that long either. They're still the
Yeah,
same.
Like 30 minutes.
yeah. They were saying when Issa was on the Breakfast Club, they were like, I know people give you flack about this all the time, making them longer. He's like, yeah, but they're only 30 minutes. And it's like, is it hard to get all that content in there? And they're like, nah, there's a lot of cuts. And she was like, I'm so good at it now. I know the exact like minute. It's like 28:34, or like 28 minutes and like 32 seconds or something. And then it always goes off. That's the exact show run, the show time of the show. But it's good. They give you so much in that 28 minutes. What happened in this past in number 3? It was Lawrence.
The show, the fashion show. Remember?
That was this one or number 2? Have you watched episode 3?
I'm pretty sure that was number 3.
What happened in episode 2?
Number 2 was that Lawrence when she picked him up. But
No, that was
you're
one.
talking about when it focuses on Lawrence.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Episode
That was the
1.
last one where, cause Lawrence like went away or whatever, or she was like, I need time, and then he left, and then he wasn't in an episode, I don't think, and then I think the last episode it was about Lawrence.
Yeah, episode 3.
Yeah.
And I think it showed like what he had been up to.
Oh yeah, he. But I mean, you know, he was having to find the baby came, that situation.
Yeah, that's
it was
what
really
happened.
all about him.
Yeah, it was about
It was
Lawrence.
like
It was him and
his
Condola.
episode.
Yeah, that was right there into my brain. But yeah, that's exactly what happened.
You know,
They got
the
it.
co-parenting thing.
I love how they like,
I love how it's like real life situation.
bro. It's so relatable.
It's like I never thought about if that happened to me.
It's
I have
so
friends
relatable.
like that. All this.
It's like I can't
What
relate to,
happens?
but I know like I have a friend like that. or I have a
Exactly.
friend
Or
in
I
that
thought about
situation.
that happened to me, you know.
No, yeah, it's good. And they're not forcing too much in one episode. Like I love how they give. Like sometimes they'll just do a Molly episode, or sometimes they'll just do the 4 women. Sometimes they'll just do Lawrence and Issa. Like they're good. And to see, like I said, I've been watching season 1, 2, 3, 4. To see the glow up of the whole cast is crazy. Kelly losing weight, Lawrence getting buff and a beard.
Bro, it still throws me off when she puts her leg up in the air and she grabs it. I'm like, you could do that?
Right.
You're hella flexible.
Issa looking finer and finer each episode. Skin
Seeing
looking
them
more
teeth.
glossy.
Them
Right.
teeth. That's just
It's
hilarious.
so
bro.
good.
We stupid. Bro, that's my new favorite show.
It's so good, bro. I go to sleep to it now. Like that's how much I watch it. It's my go to sleep show.
But yeah, that's what I've been watching. I'm about to go back and binge Disney though. Need to watch I didn't watch that I don't even know if it's out on Disney yet. It was in theaters. The other movie, The Shang-Chi.
It's coming out soon. I think it comes out like the 10th or something like that.
There was another movie that's on Disney.
Or today maybe. It might be
Yeah, I
today.
saw it advertised, so I'm gonna watch that. Watch some What If. I'm just gonna binge Disney.
Cruella's on there,
Cruella.
and
I just haven't
the
been
Black
on-
Widow's on there. I started watching the Black Widow again on there.
I saw Black Widow already.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, the 12th. So this Friday.
Okay.
Perfect. That's what I'll be doing.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing is the best.
wait,
Out of the most recent Marvel drops, I keep hearing that Shang-Chi.
Yeah, and that's right up my alley. I love karate and kung fu movies.
Yeah. I do want to say before we get out of here though, Rick Ross announced an album dropping soon.
His album?
Yeah. Rich as I've Ever Been, coming soon.
I like his albums.
Have y'all seen his artwork at all?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
I didn't even know his job. That's not it.
Yeah, it is. So Rick Ross announced his release date for new album, Richer Than I've Ever Been. Looks like, and he announces a single already that's going to feature 21 Savage, Jasmine Sullivan. It's going to come out this Friday. It's going to be interesting, right? On an Instagram post, Rick Ross wrote that his long-awaited new album would be arriving on December 10th. That should be some good vibes to end the year. We still going up, still going out with a bang. And then this Friday we get Silk Sonic's album. We started with the Silk Sonic. It's only like since that we end with the Silk Sonic. Let me see if I can pull this up. They gave their track list already. There's hints that there could be Beyonce on the album, and there was another big name person, but
Jamie Foxx.
no, it was like a bigger musician. But Beyonce on the album would be crazy. They have like the interlude on there, and then there's like 9 songs total. It's one thing I didn't like, but I kind of like when they give us a short. If they kill the 9, but it's only 8 because their first one is already an interlude.
Mm-hmm.
And every video has been like them on stage, so I think it's gonna be presented as like it's a live concert. Because even the first interlude song is like this lady, welcome to the Silk Sonic solo, and she's like bringing them out. It's like a round of applause type deal. And it's like in the 90s or whenever they had this kind of taking place.
So it sounds like it's gonna be around like 45, 50 minutes.
Less, I think less. 9 songs, that's like 30.
I'm just saying like a set, like a performer set is usually around like 45 minutes.
Hopefully. I'm hoping we can get
Like if they're saying what you're saying, like it's gonna be like a concert and it's gonna.
to I hope we can get to an hour, but 9 songs doesn't spell that long ago.
Each song has a video.
And like I said, the first song is an interlude, so it's really 8 songs. And we got 3 of the 8 already are singles. So we're really only getting like 5 new songs. So that already kind of turned me off. But we're gonna see, it should be dope, because the singles all have been dope. So I'm looking forward to some Silk Sonic. We'll have a better breakdown by next week. But I'm looking forward to some good Silk Sonic, some good vibes, some good wholesome vibes for the holidays.
Definitely. Right on time.
Yeah, anything you guys want to say before we get out of here, wrap up episode 41?
Nah, man. Invest your money.
And that's love yourself. Thanks for watching episode 41. And like that,
We gone.
love yourself.
Yeah.